Hi, this is Angel Jones. I love great conversations where life's journey is communicated not only through words, but tones and emotions. Explosive expressions that allow you to feel what they felt and learned. A fool learns only from his own mistake, while the wise learn from their own and from those others have made. Thanks for being here with us. Good day, Craig Wyman. Well, it's night here, Craig, but at the same time, good night, good night. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am living the dream.
Love it. So, Craig, tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
Which of my talents? Wow. I would have to admit that the one that I would choose isn't even mine. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment of insight or realization when something's occurred to you that's been really impactful on your life and the way you experience things?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be, simple as figuring out how to use something the way it's designed yeah. So I had a moment a couple of years ago, which was really quite life-changing. And it wasn't me, like I didn't do it, it just happened, if you know what I mean. So it's not my little talent, if that makes sense, to hold back. But that's what took me to Caroline. That's how we met, and we've been great friends for a couple of years, and she recommended I connect with you after she did her interview, her 12 minutes of fame. Um,
Yeah, well, let's go a bit deeper. Who is Craig?
who is Craig? Well, look, I'm an average Aussie guy. I grew up in the city. I now live in the country by the beach, and live a wonderful life. I have a lovely partner and a 4-year-old daughter who is really just, well, she's rocked our world in a good way.
So,
Yeah, it's amazing. Every time I look at her, it's a reminder of, just the simplicity of life and how amazing it can be without a lot of fuss.
yeah,
Mm.
they tend to do that. They
Yeah,
tend to do that. Uh,
yeah,
so, who do you
it's
think
cool.
then you learn the skill of openness from then?
Well, the realization I had, it was quite simple but profound. And I was at the time it happened, I was traveling through Europe with Georgia, my partner, and we'd been away for a few months. And on this particular day, we were both struggling a little bit. Um, I could describe it as being tired, agitated, and it looked like we're in the city of Nice in France. Um, and it looked like Nice was a terrible place. It had been built up through recommendations from friends. Go there, Nice is wonderful. So we really looked forward to it. When we got there, it just didn't seem anything like what we had in our head.
Hmm.
But we didn't know that's what it was. It just looked like Nice wasn't very nice. It was grubby, it was old, it was busy, it was 40 degrees in the European summer. There's
Hmm.
tourists everywhere, lots of secondhand cigarette smoke, and anyway, it wasn't a good day. And just in a single moment, I looked at the same view. I was in just seeing everything in a sort of a dark way or a not so good way. And in the very next moment, it all changed to, oh my God, this is incredible. This is Nice. This is France. This is European. And all of a sudden, I realised there was this beautiful golden sunset, and the old grubby buildings turned into, oh wow, these are hundreds and hundreds of years of European history. We're on holidays. My backpack suddenly felt 20 kilos lighter.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
the frowns on other people's faces were actually smiles of other tourists having a good time. And it was just a realization of, oh my God, all that suffering and struggle that had happened today was all happening inside me. It had nothing to do with Nice, nothing to do with Georgia. It was just an inside job. And it wasn't me doing it. That's just how the system seems to work. And that moment was just liberating. I couldn't have explained it like that in the moment. It took months and months to be able to make sense of what had happened and articulate it and begin to articulate it. But anyway, we had 5 beautiful days in Nice, and it was wonderful, and I'd love to go back.
I love it. Yeah.
Just a profound simplicity and power there in the mind. Wow. And it wasn't me. It just wasn't me. So
Interesting. All right, my friend, share with me one thing that you've done consistently over the past 3 years.
I have consistently continued to inquire into what happened in that moment, and apply it by sharing what I've seen with other people, and now I bring it to business. So that's what I've done consistently for 3 years.
Tell us about the business aspect of what you do.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, I struggled a lot in a previous life. I was in the corporate world, in management roles and consulting, and just noticed that I could never really get the most out of myself or other people, and had a lot of interpersonal friction. And I don't know, did you ever notice how, people in the workplace can sometimes sort of turn into morons, for better or worse? I know I did, the people around me did, and we all suffered that ebbing and flowing between being at our best and just being caught up and arguing and having meetings about meetings and being totally inefficient. I could never figure out why. And then with this realization, it occurred to me, wow, that's what's going on. Like when people attribute how they're feeling and their experience to circumstances outside, to other people, to the meeting, to the business problem, to the boss. I'm feeling stressed out because the boss told me there's a deadline. Well, that's the illusion of life, isn't it?
There's a deadline.
Well, yeah, the stress comes from my state of mind in the moment, not the boss or not the deadline. So
Yeah.
with that immediate clarity, I find people and myself and others can just access a more useful level of wisdom and intelligence and common sense. So that's my little mission, is to bring this to business more and more and help them increase efficiency and just have a nicer time of working life, not be so stressed out, not be so serious.
Yeah, I could see the value in that, Craig. It's as though you're constantly saying, "Why, man? Why, man? Why?"
I have been told that before. My parents. I did resist that for a long time. Someone even suggested that should have been the name of my previous business.
Yeah, you know what I would have done too? I'd have added the initial, so it would have been C. Wyman. So it's like C Wyman, C Wyman. It's what it is. C Wyman.
Can I buy that?
Yeah, I love that. Hey, well, Craig, we're definitely having fun. Let's have some more fun. Let me switch gears and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Wow.
Craig, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Hey, that's challenging because you've just dropped me in this beautiful beautiful water, and I'm in that, and you want me to think of a memory. That's torture. Earliest memory. Yeah, I don't have one right now.
All right.
I'm really pleased about the Caribbean vibe of the water. It's really good. And that's saying something, because I've been in the beautiful water here at Noosa this morning, and it was pretty nice. Yeah, earliest childhood memory. Yeah, I've just got a blank, and I feel like I'm letting the show down in this moment. That's all I've got.
I tell you'll definitely be the first person who didn't have an earliest childhood memory. But hey,
wow.
As you said, right? It's like, why, man?
Yeah. You know what's going to happen, don't you? As soon as we finish this call, I'll walk downstairs and then it'll come to me.
And then it popped, right? Well, it's cool. We could flip over. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Favorite song, 12. Oh, you know what? I reckon that was about the time that I went to my first live concert. And it's embarrassing to say, and for any Australians, it would sound really cliche, but it was John Farnham.
Right.
And it was either one of his songs, which I can't remember specifically, but he was the first live concert, and it was around the same time that I was really into a band called the Baby Animals. Yeah. What's the name of their album now? I can't think of it. But that was the first thing I bought. So two Aussie bands, Baby Animals and John Farnham.
All right. So from John Farnham, was it Help by chance?
No, it would have been something, the name of it's on the tip of my tongue.
All right. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. We have arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no. Craig, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No. Partnered.
Right, you said that. You said you have one child as well, right? It's a girl. Yeah, you have a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, she's 4 months today. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations, my friend. Wow, what's her name?
Roxy.
Ooh, there we go.
Roxy Isabel, yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, depending on how we dialogue about what God is.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yeah.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? More than 8 hours a day or less than 8 hours a day?
Less than 8.
Hey, Craig, this was a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything you'd like to share with our amazing audience? You know, before you share something, I'll tell you, I don't think you're the first person to go blank on the earliest childhood memory. In fact, we've had a few.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify that, there have been a few.
Cool.
So, yeah. Before you leave, is there anything that you would like to share with our amazing audience?
I think in this moment, I just feel like sharing a 20-second hug with everyone.
Let's go. Virtual hug.
Yeah. We got to share the love.
Yeah, it's so important.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Hey, this is cool. Thank you. And look, I love any chance to sort of bring an end to chronic seriousness. You know, like I've been guilty of that so much in my life.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love this. It's got a cool vibe, and I love what you're doing.
I appreciate that, man. And again, I see the value of what you do. You know, I see why, man. It's so important, you know, in life to take it down. You know, I see why, man. I do.
I love it, man. Hugs.
Cool.
This is awesome.
Hugs. Craig Wyman, thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, Angel. Be well.
Amazing audience, before you leave, there's one person I'd like to introduce you to, Amanda Jones. She is my wife, and her passion is to educate, encourage, and empower.
Hi, I'm Amanda Jones, and I'm a registered nurse. Do you or someone you know have diabetes? According to the International Diabetes Federation, in 2015 worldwide, 415 million people were living with diabetes. Just as that figure is overwhelming, so too can the effects of diabetes be. So, to help simplify diabetes for both adult and child, I've used rhymes in my books, The ABCs of Diabetes for Children and Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes. At its simplest, rhymes help us to remember. If you, a child or friend, want an easy, reader-friendly way to know about diabetes, then get a copy of these books. For more details, you can go to poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.